Before the video starts, I just want to say if you are not in our Discord channel, you should definitely join it. We're trying to get a bunch of members in here. So if you join it, you can talk to me and my friends and we'll have a good time. So yeah, enjoy the video. Also, this video is for more advanced, more experienced people, so it's a little bit more complex and I don't explain as many things as I usually do, so just be on the lookout for that. But without further ado, enjoy the video. Hey, what's up guys, welcome back to another Photopea tutorial. This one's going to be about how to make a Call of Duty thumbnail really easily, and I actually make some pretty cool looking ones, so sit back, relax, get some popcorn, because I'm about to show you guys how to make a sick Call of Duty thumbnail right now, so let's get to it. Okay, to start, let's hit File, New, and 1280 by 720, which is the thumbnail size, and you can name it whatever you'd like, and then just hit Create. Now you want to find a background for your thumbnail. So I found one already. I looked up Call of Duty Black Ops 2 map, and I'm going back to the old Call of Duty game, but this one's really good. So I found the map right here. I'm just going to copy it by right-clicking on it, copying it, bringing it back, and hitting Control V to paste it. So here's the map right here. I can adjust it the way I want. I'm gonna go up to Edit and Free Transform to make it a little bit smaller. You can hold Shift so it doesn't warp. Like that. Actually, there's a little bit of white on the left. So just enough to fill in the space. So that looks good. Now I'm going to look up Call of Duty Black Ops 2 guns, PNG. Okay, so Black Ops 2 gun, PNG. So here we go. We got a bunch of guns that have transparent backgrounds. That one does not. It's fake. Neither does that one. Neither does that one. I want to find a sniper, so I'm going to find a sniper real quick. Sniper. Because those seem to work best in the thumbnails. And even if you don't get one that has the checkered thing, you can still cut it out. So I'm going to copy it, bring it back in, paste it. It's still got the white, but I can use the magic wand tool right here. Left click anywhere on the white and just hit delete. And it gets rid of the white. There might be like little spots left over. That's okay, you just go through and delete them. Okay, so it's cut out. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. Okay, so like that. It does have some outline, so that is kind of an issue, but that's okay once we put our effects over it. So now it looks like we're in the game. I'm going to blur the background by clicking on the background layer, going to Filter, Blur, Gaussian Blur, and turning it up to about 4.5, anywhere from 3 to 4.5 works good. So now I'm going to start adding some stuff to the gun. So I'm going to double click on the gun layer. And there's tons of options that you can go for. You can go for like an outer glow look. And I'm actually going to choose a color theme for this thumbnail. So you can choose 2 to 3 colors at most that you want to go with. So I'm going to do gradient overlay. First you got to double click on the background layer. Gradient overlay, check that box. You can change the colors here. I'm gonna go with red. I'm gonna go with a red theme, kind of red, and this other one will be like orangish. So now it should look like this. All you want to do is go to blend mode, click that little drop down arrow, and go down to multiply. So there you go. Look at that. Pretty sick. You could turn the opacity down or up depending on how much you want it to be affected by it. I think it looks good when it's about like 70. And the scale, I'll leave that about like 40. That looks pretty good. I'm gonna hit OK. Double click on the gun. Now I'm gonna start making the gun. So now that I have the background colors, I can work with that. So I'm gonna do an outer glow. I'm gonna change it to, actually, I'll do an inner glow. I'll tell you why. Because there was like a little white outline. So this will get rid of it. Or at least it should. Change the blend mode to normal. Opacity 100. And if you can't follow along, you could just copy my settings. So yeah, like... I kind of like the red, to be honest. You could change... I could do like a red. I could do multiply, screen, color dodge. I think I'm just going to go with multiply. It actually looks kind of cool. And I'm going to turn up the spread and the size a little bit. Just to give it a little red outline. Now I'm going to turn the red. I'm going to turn the overlay on for this too. Let's see. Dang. So there's a bunch of settings you can do with it. Ooh, that looks kind of cool. I kind of like that. It's kind of cool. So about 26, you can copy these settings. I did color burn. Now I can add the outer glow. And I can choose whatever color I want. I think I'm going to go with normal blend mode. Turn the opacity up a little bit. Spread and size. Let's see what it looks like without it. Yeah, it looks a lot better with it. Honestly, I'm going to turn the opacity down a little bit more on my gradient overlay. Okay, so sorry if that was a little confusing, but follow along for these next parts. So I'm going to make sure I am selected on my gun layer. I'm going to go up to image, brightness and contrast. I'm going to turn up the brightness a little bit and the contrast to about 35 brightness, 26 contrast. And then I'm going to go up to image, adjustments, vibrance, and turn this up to about 6 vibrance, 26 saturation. And let's see, I can sharpen it by going up to filter, sharpen, sharpen, just to make it stand out a little more. All right, so now I'm gonna add some smoke. So if you go to Google and type in smoke PNG, you'll find some of these images. I decided to go with this one right here. You can go with any of these really, but this one works well. I'll show you why. So if you just copy it, bring it back into Photopea, paste it. Why did that happen? I don't know. Maybe I didn't do right. So copy it, paste it. There it is. Okay. Gosh dang it, dude. All right, there we go. So now we have some smoke. So it looks kind of cool. I'm going to bring it down a little bit, like that. So it gives it a nice little effect to it, and you can also put the gradient overlay on this as well if you want. Or any of the other settings. Oh god, don't do that. You could leave it as is. It's up to you. But I think color overlay looks pretty cool. So I'm going to go to my text tool. Left click anywhere on your canvas. And I'm going to turn the size up to about 150. And we'll do crazy. Crazy. Alright, now I got to highlight that by clicking Control A. And I'm going to find a font for it. Okay, so for the font, I decided to go with Bulby 1. There's not a lot of great options, I'm gonna be honest. I spent a while trying to find one that was good. But I'm gonna change the size to about 200. Or we could just go up to Edit, Free Transform, and we can just adjust it ourselves. So we do this, we're gonna have a little bit of rotation on it. I made a little rotation on the sniper, by the way. So like this. I'm gonna duplicate it for the other text. We'll just do crazy shot because we can. I'm gonna move this over a little bit more. Okay, I think that is good. Now we're ready to start editing the text. So we're gonna double click the crazy layer. And I'm going to go to gradient overlay. Let's go to normal. Change all the settings back. I got to change the color to dark on the bottom. white on the top. You could change the color by clicking on the boxes twice. Now I'm going to turn the opacity back up. And the scale. So about like that. And now I'm going to go to inner glow. Check that box. Change the red to white. I'm going to go to normal blend mode. I'm going to change the spread and size. Like about like this, but I might turn the spread up a little more. Maybe the noise. No, not the noise, actually. Kind of gives it a cool look. So I'll add some noise just to give it that grit. I'm going to turn down. Okay, like that. So these are my settings. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to stroke. I'm going to go to black for now. I'm just going to disable that real quick because we don't need that till later. I'm going to go drop shadow. Opacity 100. Spread 100. Turn the distance to like 6. I'm going to try to get the angle right. So about 81 for the way it's positioned. You kind of just have to mess around the settings like I did. So that's good. I'm going to move my text down a little bit more. About like that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click on the crazy layer. Go down to convert to smart object. You can't go back once you do this. So make sure you have it the way you want. So now double click it again. And now you can add a new layer of effects to it. So I'm going to add another drop shadow. I'm going to add the stroke. But this time I'm going to change the stroke to white. And turn the... make it like kind of thick, like 6. Turn the spread up a bit. Like that. About 14. Now we're going to work on the shot. So gradient overlay. Make sure you're on the shot layer or whatever text layer you have below it. I'm going to change the colors in the gradient to the background colors. So it's like red to orange. But I'll do like a more yellowish this time. Inner glow. I'm going to change it to... We'll see. Let's try making it a little bit smaller so we can see. Yeah, that doesn't look very good. Yellow. I guess I can do an orange color. Turn up the spread a little bit. That's good. Okay. There's some noise on there. That's good. Turn it up a little bit more. Drop arrow. Or drop shadow. God, dude. Sorry about that. I'm going to change the color to... Let's see. Let's turn this blend mode back to normal. And then we can decide. Honestly, red, I guess. I'm going to adjust that the way I need to. Actually, I'm going to do orange. Okay, and I'm also going to turn the size down a little bit on it. Okay. Now ready to hit OK. Right click on shot, convert to smart object. Double click on it, add another drop shadow and a stroke. I'm going to turn the stroke up a little bit to about 8. Go to drop shadow, and I'm going to turn the distance up. And the size. Okay, so like that. Now, since there's more orange than anything, I can go back to my smoke layers and change the color overlay to orange. We could just completely do an orange theme. Which I'm kind of changing it up on you guys, I apologize. But sometimes you have to make changes. And the gun needs to be orange as well for the outer glow. I'm just going through and changing the colors. Okay, now I'm going to click on the background layer, go to image, adjustments, brightness and contrast. I'm going to turn those up. And I'm also going to do the vibrance. So this is basically what I got so far. I know it was kind of a long tutorial, but I was trying to show you guys just some of the things that you might want to do when you make your thumbnail. But I hope this helped. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.